Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about that stupid tyre rule. Now, as we know, we've seen the tyre rule come into force and ruin some really good results in the past, and it's not really going away. And the rule, in my view, is just far too overcomplicated for what it actually is. And realistically, what the rule is intended to do was to stop teams running the tire pressure way too low. Okay, and regardless of what people say, people are going on about, oh, let the teams manage it, let them be responsible for themselves. Look, there's so much else going on outside of that. Look, in the eyes of the law, if a team was to run a tire under the manufacturer's guidelines, let's just call it, and something happened, that tire exploded, whatever, and someone was killed, it's a manslaughter charge, 100%, right? Also, brand damaging, massively brand damaging, if one of your tires were to seriously injure or kill a rider due to a tire failure. Again, it is absolutely, out there, you cannot just do it. But in saying that, there's so much that goes on in a race. You're trying to predict, it's like really getting the lotto numbers right. You could find yourself out front, like Mav did, and your tire pressure drops because you've no one behind. You could find yourself expecting to be out front, and you could find yourself in a battle, and all of a sudden your tire pressure is through the roof and you lose fuel. So it's a double-edged sword, and I really just don't understand why they don't have a tire pressure sensor in the bike, and at the very start of the race it measures everyone's tire temperature. At 11:52:51 the race started. What was everyone's tire pressure? Were you above it or were you below it? Forget about this for over 60% of the race and under 60% of the race. Start of the race, electronically, what were the tire pressures of everyone's bike? And away they go. Did they start on the manufacturer's recommended tire pressures, front and rear? Yes or no? Were they above it? Were they below it? Doesn't really matter. But if they were below it, then there's a penalty. But this situation of where you have to be like 60% of the race over the minimum tire pressure, it just doesn't really make sense to me. It's overcomplicating a rule that it just needs to be very simple. I get it that they don't want people's tire pressure dipping below, but again, that is not in the rider's control, and you're trying to predict the future, as mentioned, which I just think is absolutely ridiculous. So I plead with the FIM and Dorna, simplify the rule. Just simplify it. Start of the race, you have to be plus or minus X percentage of the minimum or maximum manufacturer's recommendations. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What way would you make the rule? The rule has to be there. So what way would you make the rule to ensure that it is enforced without doing this stupid crap that they're currently doing? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.